And welcome back to the Real Teachers of Atlanta. Today we're going to be talking about why are other countries surpassing the U.S. in education. I am Ty.
I'm Joia.
Let's get into it. All right, what you got on the health kick for us today, ma'am?
All right, know what time it is. Got to put on the specs. This one is actually really interesting here. So there is a company that is testing out tumor-destroying sound waves receive FDA approval for liver treatment in humans.
What?
Yes. So it's called histotripsy. Works by using targeted ultrasound waves to form micro bubbles within the tumor. The force is created as those bubbles form and collapse cause the mass to break apart, killing tumor cells and leaving the debris to be cleaned up by the immune system.
Oh, wow. So that means they don't have to have surgery?
Well, they're just trying a different modality. So we know that the lymphatic system is a system that needs help with movement. So exercising, walking, getting lymphatic drainage massages, especially after you've had certain surgeries, if you're cleared for it, helps to move the debris from different toxins, and it also helps to stimulate the immune system. So I'm assuming that's what this does.
Lymphatic builds up?
No, your lymphatic system is the system that helps. It's like the garbage can of your
body.
So it stores the toxins in your system, but it needs help with pushing it out and excreting it through your excretory system.
So using the bathroom, like if we're drinking a bunch of water, doesn't that supposed to do the breaking down, the pushing out?
It's supposed to, but with the lymphatic system, that's why they say exercising is important. It's kind of like where it's another place for your toxins to rest so that it's out of the way of any vital organs. So if you're not exercising, so things like going to saunas, that helps for your skin, which is your largest organ, to sweat. So that removes the toxins. Making sure you're drinking enough water so your kidneys can flush out any toxins. Using the bathroom, make sure that you're doing the number 2.
You're boo-booing.
Make sure that you're doing that. So, yeah.
Okay.
But
what they're saying, this is another method.
Right. Leaving the debris to be cleaned up by the immune system.
So we're going to use electro waves.
Hope I'm pronouncing this right. Histotripsy.
So what does that look like? Are you like in a room and they're scanning you, or
so
is it like a sauna?
Not really. This works by using targeted ultrasound waves. So there's this theory that frequency can bring balance back to your organs for certain people. So now science is seeing that frequency and sound can be used as a modality to bring balance back to the body. Because like the sound bowl, like tuning forks, because every organ that you have resonates to a particular sound. And every chakra resonates to a particular key on the piano. So there's an intertwining between music and healing.
And that's why you need to be dealing with people that are what? High frequency.
Hey.
Okay.
Get these people out your circle if they're not. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's the health tip for the day. That's actually quite interesting.
That was. I like that. All right, child. Let's get into the group chat.
Woo.
So Ella Checker is a teacher from Texas, and in this clip that we are about to watch, Ella Checker is talking about the state of education.
This is my 18th year as a teacher in Fort Worth ISD. I drove down here because the literacy house is on fire and the funding house is on fire. The kids are not okay. Teachers are not okay. We're not doing great. I was fascinated by the testimony on AI and how incomplete it is and how disconnected it is from what we're seeing in the classroom. I'm going to try and say this without crying. By golly, the kids have to read. The kids have to write. When I say reading, I mean a book. When I went into this profession, Miss Hinojosa, my purpose on this planet is to read books with kids. My purpose on this planet is to help kids learn how to write, because that's how kids learn self-expression. When they read books, they learn about themselves. They learn how to be a person in the world. And I'm not allowed to do that. Teachers in Fort Worth ISD this school year were actively told we were not allowed to teach a book in English class, elementary school, middle school, or high school. This is now my last year teaching. I can't do the work that I know how to do in the city where I live.
So after 18 years, she is deciding that she's ready to walk away from the classroom. And quite frankly, I understand her argument. Why are we not using books for students to read in the classroom? We already know that the U.S. as a whole has a literacy problem. In some states, we have a major literacy problem. Why is we're at school, why are we not using a book? And why are we not allowing the people to know how to do the things that they know how to do, and which is teach? And that's the problem I have when it comes to these higher up lawmakers. You're not in the classroom. You're not doing the work.
Preach.
So how can you tell me what to do in my classroom? Better yet, how about you come, since I'm about to leave, you get in the classroom, since you think all these policies, these strategies that you are making, if you think AI, if you think technology is going to be the new wave to make our students better, then you get in the classroom to do it. So I understand the argument. Students need to still be able to take a pencil and a paper, and we talked about that. Back to the basics, back to the books, back to the pencil. What is it?
Paper, pencil, book.
Paper, pencil, book. And do what they're supposed to do in the classroom.
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Well, it's broken right now.
That's true. There was a point where it wasn't. I mean, we still had 20 years ago, certain students could not read. They struggled with literacy. But now pockets of kids where we were able to dismantle or create a solution for these specific students.
Now you got 30 kids in the classroom. 20 of them got an IEP.
That's on the low end.
That's on the low end. We got to get back to the basics. Now, I'm not saying, I understand that times are changing. We got to get with the times.
Of course.
However, we got to get back to pencil, paper, and book. Our children are failing when it comes to literacy. And not only literacy. But.
Yeah, she's leaving. She's out.
18 years.
That's crazy.
You got a teacher walking from education. 18 solid years. We're with you, Ella Checker. So.
That's a shame. And I'm pretty sure she's a very well-qualified teacher. The students love her. And she does great work. I'm
Absolutely.
pretty sure she does excellent work. But I think at the end of the day, it's not about whoever is making these changes and whomever we're asking to make these changes. They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care. Well, Ella Checker, wherever you decide to go in your next profession, we wish you the best. So now that that's been said, we're going to talk about why other countries are surpassing us, the U.S. Well, I'm talking about not only literacy, they surpassing us in science, they surpassing us in math.
Dang.
Why? Let's get into it. Okay.
Well, I think the United States prioritizes the economy, capitalism. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing because...
You're talking about the U.S.?
The U.S. Because we all participate in capitalism. Capitalism is not always the monster in the room. But we don't prioritize education like other countries do.
Absolutely.
I believe the stats are 79% of Americans are illiterate.
Mm.
21% are functioning illiterate.
Okay.
And then half of those individuals read below a 6th grade level.
Yeah.
Now, the numbers could be different, but that's just what I read. That's alarming to me. And it's not just the adults, but the children. Or granted, if the kid
and a lot of people don't know that white American, I think it was white American and Hispanics are very low in literacy. Even though, I mean, some people argue that
I'm so glad you say that, because when we're saying these numbers, you're thinking about a particular archetype of a person. So yeah, absolutely.
When we talk about adult literacy,
right? Illiteracy.
When we talk about, when it comes to students, of course, we young Black Americans, based on economics. That's the reason why we have some gaps. But Hispanics, and based on who y'all voted for, y'all are the lowest in literacy. That's something to really think about. Also, I do know that's going to be the argument. We speak a different language. At the end of the day, we all speak a different language. I'm from the country, so we got our own different language too. So
what?
Let's stop laughing, because they'll say, this is not a joking matter, but we are.
Yeah, and the sweater don't
help. So it is, as Joy said, a problem. Like, half of America is illiterate.
That's crazy.
And I know we're illiterate based on how we voted.
So with the voting, when we look at the level,
I know that's a different subject.
No. I mean, we can tie them all together, because when you're thinking about the level of the reading level of the voting of the ballots, the information that's on the ballots, it is very high level.
We don't know vocabulary.
People don't know what they're reading.
They don't
understand what they're reading, and this is from what I remember reading about the ballots and the level of literacy is, I think, sophomore level college.
What's that? Sophomore level what?
College level reading.
Ooh, on the college level.
The ballots, the vocabulary on the ballot.
I thought you were talking about America is on the college level. Baby, that's 6th grade.
That's
below.
I'm not. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm laughing at you. I'm not laughing at the situation.
Well, you better get it straight, because the people gonna come for you.
They're gonna light me up in the comments,
as they always do.
Yeah, but we don't prioritize education in this country. Other countries prioritize more so critical thinking. They see education as a way out.
Yeah, teachers are prestigious in other countries.
They're very well respected. When you walk in the classroom, the students stand up.
Yeah, we just known to be in the trenches. It's caviar over there. Over here we catfish. And they look at education as priority. So they start low. Not low as like pre-K. They take interest, or they put money towards early childhood education. Even though you may be poor, I may be rich, everybody's on the same playing field when it comes to education. Everybody is, regardless of your socioeconomic situation, you are getting a quality education.
Tuition for, let's say, primary school per child is $11,000. That's primary school. I'm sorry, no, pre-K.
Pre-K?
$11,000. Then when you move up to the elementary level, $13,000. Then when you move up to high school is $18,000. These people are paying top dollar because they understand a couple of things. That the way that the educational school system is set up, it is not fair. Obviously, there is never a point where in a society that people have to pay that amount of money, which is fine, because if you have the money, you do whatever you want. Right. And it's justifiable. I can understand why they would do that. but everyone should have access to education.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're paying that amount of money, the teachers are going to stay. The kids are going to read. And when you're paying that amount of money, when you have that type of mindset, if you have those types of resources, proximity is everything.
Yeah.
And they understand that if my kid is sitting next to, unfortunately, a group of kids that don't prioritize education, it's like osmosis. What they say, if you have 4 broke friends, you're going to be number 5.
Right.
Same concept.
Right. And to that point, I feel the same way. Why are you coming in here wasting my time? Because there are some parents and children that are not serious about education. So I know that's nasty to say, but rule out the rigmarole, and whatever you want to call them, rule them out.
It's not even the money, because you can put the money on the table. I got to test your kid, and I need you and whomever you live with to come in and do this interview. Mm-hmm. So I need to see the type of even if you have the money, even in speaking to your child, if I don't feel like they are on board with I'm trying to say it without saying it. If they're not, if they are not suitable for this school, then they can't come in.
That's just the end of that's is what it is.
That is crazy. And I'm saying that because there are certain kids that would benefit from that, but they don't have access to those resources, or they don't have access to that information, which is a shame.
And it's unfortunate for some kids because they have lazy parents as well.
Okay, well, let's get into it.
Some kids want to be able to go get a quality education. Mm-hmm. As they grow older, they understand that. Mm-hmm. When they are younger, they don't have a choice. They got to do what mommy and daddy say do. Mm-hmm. So there's some, but sometimes we grow up in these households and we become a product to our environment. Mm-hmm. Mama lazy, I'm going to be lazy too.
Correct.
Mama don't care. And mama and daddy don't care how I come to school. I don't care either. I had a student miss 21 days in the first semester. How and they are a student that really, unfortunately, cannot afford to miss 21 days when they are struggling to read. I'm talking about not even reading on grade level. Reading way below grade level. And I don't think parents understand missing instructional time is very critical, especially when you're not doing the work at home. And what I've noticed, because I've said it before, I've taught many children around the world, and they prioritize their child's education. Mm-hmm. They get the tutor.
That's right.
They make sure that they're at the table. If they're busy working, because some of us have these jobs where we can't be there to make sure our child get that extra help that they need, but they're paying for tutoring. Your child is missing 21 days and they're not doing anything at school. What do you want us to do? A miracle? And that's that goes back into, what do you think the problem is? That's part of the problem. Parents are part of the problem.
That's right. We're not calling parents to task because we don't want to lose the FTE count. We don't want the kids to drop.
Are schools being asked to solve too many problems?
Yes.
Why?
Going back to what you just said, we're not holding the parents accountable.
Okay.
We cannot teach a child that does not come to school.
You can't.
I can have the
But
what's the but?
You can't teach the child that's not coming to school, but you are expected to pass the child that's not coming to school.
Okay, that's something.
Oh, there's another episode.
That is the reason why I'm tongue-tied is because it is so layered. We're talking about No Child Left Behind. We're talking about the expectations of the school, whether or not I want to fail this many students. At the end of the day, I'm going to say this.
Go ahead. I'm waiting, girl. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say
Let me
this.
start
and then-
laughing because this is not a laughing matter.
This is something that I need for young girls to understand, because we can try to solve and help the kids who are already here.
Mhm.
But this is for the generation that's coming up, the girls that are my age and younger. Before you color outside the lines with a man, that's what one of my friends said, coloring outside the lane. Before you lay down, lay it low and spread it wide.
Ooh.
There are a lot of things you need to make sure that is when you check off, when you have your list, you need to make sure that he is mentally stable and he has the academic prowess for you to procreate with.
Girl, okay now. Look at that. That you break that word down because we talking about literacy.
On an epigenetic level, you need to make sure he's not passing
You
down.
still too high.
On a genetic DNA level.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, when you mix the egg with the
Mm-hmm.
and you produce a child, you need to make sure that what he is providing in the ingredient mix, like baking a cake.
Okay.
You try to get the best ingredients possible.
Not the great value. Unless you're going to go to Publix.
Now, Publix, you can get some.
You can get the Publix brand.
The Publix brand will suffice if you're on a budget.
Okay.
You're not going to go outside and get some dirt to mix inside of your pie because it's not going to taste good, right?
Ain't gonna taste good.
And I know I'm making this biological example very
Just give an
simple.
example. You're teaching.
Okay, right.
And we're scaffolding.
And we are.
We did that thing.
I think we did.
We did that. Okay, go ahead.
Make sure that when you speak to him, you know when you talk to somebody that there is a intellectual deficiency or not.
Short bus.
Okay. You know whether or not is or not.
Come on.
Okay. So you need to think very hard about whether or not, and this, let me preface this by saying every child that has a IEP or an intellectual deficiency is nothing that the parents did.
Right.
I want to make sure I say that. But in my
And
professional...
it ain't all... let me stop you there.
Okay.
Because someone was in the general education classroom.
And that's what I'm saying.
This ain't got nothing to do.
It has nothing to do with that. I'm not talking about kids that have... Because there are some parents... It just happens sometime that way. But in my professional experience, I have seen, especially the school where I met you at, I have seen parents tell me, mothers at the school where I met you at,
okay,
yes, dad has this going on, but I still had a relationship with, we still colored outside of the lines together.
Okay. Nixon.
I need for you women to be very careful who you are having children with. Because what we are seeing in schools is there are a lot of different things, but the children children are a blessing. They are a blessing from God.
Well, yeah, you got to say that.
I have to say that.
But go ahead.
They are.
They are.
Be careful who you are building a life with and who you're having children by. Because that DNA piece is a huge component. Google it. There's lots of information about it. I'm not going to sit and break down a whole science lesson on it. But a lot of the intellectual deficiencies that we're seeing, you see it, unfortunately, with the parents. And the parents can't help the kid because they didn't get the help that they needed when they were in school because maybe they were ashamed. Maybe the school didn't give them the proper testing. But a lot of the things that we're seeing are passed down. And you couple that with the fact that certain parents just don't care. And there's certain parents that do care.
They lazy.
They are. And if I'm telling you,
some parents,
they just,
some parents, like they're lazy.
That's the kid. That's the screen. Just plop the screen in front of the kid.
Put that phone in there, eat them bad food. Go on, eat that snack with the dye in it. And you talking about all that, and that plan B is alive and well. Don't you be ashamed to go get that plan B. I done went in the store and bought it. But I was gonna have a smart baby. Y'all so low down.
You better preface it by saying, "Hey, okay, it's just you maybe weren't ready to."
I'm done. Yeah, my baby making days are done. Yeah, because like Joia said, I was in it for the fun, not for the bun. Okay,
that's right.
All right. Let's talk about how much of student achievement is actually under a teacher's control. I think we just really talked about that. Again, there's only so much that we can do. And I tell my students all the time, you are the first person that's responsible for your education. That's what I would always say. But looking back on that, I would think the parents are first and then the children take over, right? At a certain age.
Right.
Because when you're young, you have no control of how you learn. So in the beginning, I think it's the parents that introduce the child to education. Then I think ultimately it's the child's responsibility as they grow older to be responsible for what they learn, what they want to learn. And then it's us, and then it's everybody else.
Right.
I think we all play a piece of the pie. We all have a piece of the pie that we have to play. It's just not solely on the teacher, because we're with you a couple of hours, and especially when it comes to literacy, it's all about retaining.
Yep.
Retain. How do I retain? Repetition.
For the people in the back.
Repetition. You cannot come to school and get it, and then I go home and I'm not getting anything. It's especially if you have a child that's just not that child. You know that child needs work. Now, there are some still standout kids that are just scholars that parents don't have to hold their hands. I wouldn't necessarily say hold their hands, but they can hold that child accountable to go into the school and get what they need.
Right.
Some of our kids are just not able to do that. And that's another reason why we're falling in the U.S. when it comes to education. Again, parents are not putting back, are not giving their child what they need when they know that their child is struggling. I'll continue to say that. And again, it's the child has a responsibility in that as well. You know you're struggling. You know you didn't write this. You know you went to ChatGTP. How are you going to improve yourself? Because when you get out here in this real world and can't read, can't critical think, you did this to yourself. Quit talking about what the teacher didn't teach you, and the teacher don't teach, and the teacher don't do this. You can't handle the workload that the teacher really want to give you. We got to modify everything.
And that's another thing. I think the reason why, instead of fixing, well, what is the core of the problem? I guess that is the lingering word. But now, because there are so many students that are 3 and 4 grade levels behind, we have 5 different small groups. Like Nikki said, 18 different small groups. It's a small group here. Everybody needs to go back to a whole group tier 1 instruction, where everyone is getting the same thing, unless you have a student, of course, that's gifted, but that's something else. But there are so many kids that are so far behind, you can't even teach what the county is giving you. And we're not allowed to go backwards. Technically.
What do you mean?
So if you're teaching 6th grade science, 6th grade ELA.
Okay. No.
Right. You can't go back to, I mean, this is a stretch, but you can't go back to phonics, for example.
Well, they're not, I mean, unfortunately, that's what I'm saying. I got to catch you up to speed.
Right.
Like, it's so hard. And I know this is as well as in math. If you don't have those early foundations, it's going to be hard when it gets to higher education. And that's another reason why early childhood education is important. And I know that Governor Kim has mentioned putting this in the budget.
Yes.
I know that Keisha Lance Bottom, I guess she's going to be she's going to be the new governor. I think she's on the same wave.
Yes.
Such as that for Georgia. We're talking about Georgia. Making sure that kindergarten is mandatory before you go to the first grade, which is awesome. And putting those literacy coaches into place, which we should have. I hate that we're gutted right now, and I hopefully in the future we can stop the bleed. But right now it is bad. It's really bad.
Have you seen the online trend where the guy is going around asking the kids, the high school students? I guess they're not adults, right?
They're high school kids, and they got mad at him because they can't read.
You're a mom. I don't have children, so I want to know. And of course, your daughter is phenomenal. She is very intelligent. But I'm asking this as a parent. Why do you think so many other parents allow for their children? Like, you see it in kindergarten. You see that your child is not able to write their name. So what goes on through a parent's mind where they're not like, okay, we need to jump on this immediately? Do they think that the teacher will stop the bleed, or do they just kind of like, okay, well, they'll get it through osmosis?
In my opinion, what I believe, this is solely my opinion.
Okay.
I believe that parents think that they know if you're paying attention. Now, if you're not paying attention, then no. What I mean, paying attention, do you know what your child really knows? Are you paying attention? They have to do things around you, such as read a book, such as look at their grades, such see how communicating with their teachers, right? That's paying attention. If parents are not doing that, then they don't know what their kids know and don't know.
Right.
So for me, I believe that parents feel like they send their kids to school. That's where they're supposed to get it at. You're the teacher. That's what you're supposed to teach them. For me, I was great. Always in reading. Like, I was a great writer. I loved to read. That was something I had no struggle in. Math, not so much. I struggled in math. When it come to business math, that's different. So I could do that.
Right.
Accounting, not an accountant, but it made sense because I'm a business major.
Right.
So when it came to with this math they teach now, I didn't feel comfortable enough to teach my daughter. And I know based on me paying attention that she struggled with that.
Right.
So what did I do? I got her a tutor. What did my mom do? Because she paid attention academically. She got me a tutor. I didn't struggle in anything else. Math was a struggle for me in high school. She got me a tutor. What did I do for my daughter? She was a phenomenal reader. Top of her class. But that math piece, at one point in time, she struggled in it. I got her a tutor. That's how you pay attention and help your child. If you're weak in something, get somebody else to help them.
Somebody else to help you.
That's it. That's what these people are doing. They're getting their children not only
talking about the oversee the foreign. Okay. Okay.
We teaching them how to speak English. We getting that, and we're making sure academically, because they put money, they put funding in their education. They take it serious, and that's why their kids are excelling.
Oh yeah. It's scary the how they are light years ahead of us academically. And
K through 12.
Right. K through 12.
But we do well
in the university,
at the college level. Right? But what happens? They come over here, they get that education.
They go right back.
they get your job.
Oh.
And then you're complaining and you're mad.
No, yeah, you're right. Right.
Mm.
And wondering what happened.
Are we over time?
Well, okay. So, Todd, what are some of your takeaways?
We left a lot.
We got to do part 2.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to circle back. So my takeaway is from this conversation that we had. I want parents to first of all, let me just leave this audience questions.
Mm-hmm.
The audience this question: can teachers fix a system that is already broken? Can teachers fix a system that is already broken? My takeaway from this conversation and what I would like to add to it, or for someone else to take away, my takeaway is we have a problem when it comes to education. I don't feel like we take it as serious as other countries. Mm-hmm. And I think we need to get back into a place, because there was a one point of time that we did take education very serious. I don't know what's happening. I think somebody mentioned before, I know we talked about this, I think we live in a popcorn society. Mm-hmm. I don't care where you go, you're going to need to know how to read and write. All these things are very attainable with practice. You're not going to be able to learn something if you don't practice and repetition. So again, if I was to give a parent something, if you struggle in something, or if you just simply don't have the time, do not let your child be out here equipped with not being able to do the things that they need to do. Always look at your child as going to school as their job. Mm-hmm. You are getting the training. You are doing the things that you need to do on your job. Why not set your child up for success on their job?
Mm-hmm. So my takeaway is for parents that may have a scholar that is struggling with reading, like Ty said, repetition. 20 minutes a day reading. And that's what I would tell my students. 20 minutes a day, nothing like a graphic novel, something that is a grade or a level just above what they're able to read. 20 minutes a day, highlighting the words that they don't understand and logging. Okay, this is what this word means. This is the meaning of this, or this is the term, and then this is the meaning of the word. And then going over those vocabulary words at the end of the week. But even if you are a parent and you have 2 jobs, or if you're working and you can't sit down with your student, checking in, it doesn't take much. Hey, what do you have for homework? Most of the time the kids will say no, nothing. I don't have anything for homework. Okay, well, let's read this together. YouTube has plenty of read with me options, especially for people who are learning another language. I know they have it in English as well. If you are a parent and you don't have the time to actually sit with your scholar, there are so many different, and I cannot stress this enough. If it is a priority to a person, they will make it happen. Mm-hmm. The information is out there. We are in an age where we have so much access to so many different types of technology, yet we are regressing as a society.
You're right.
That's crazy.
And it doesn't have to be, because teachers like us, we're out here to help you. You can find my link tree at Ty P. Smith at linktree.com. I believe. If not, you can go to my Instagram and hit that bio. I have videos. I am creating some practice for you that are at home. I have a book that you can find on Amazon, Write Your World, which gives your child practice on writing. Resources are available for you. If you need help with what type of prompts to put in ChatGPT, these are things that are accessible to you. Hit us up. You know where to find us.
All right.
That's it. That's all. Close us out, Joy.
All right. This is another episode of The Real Teachers of Atlanta. Remember, you can find us on Instagram, of course, YouTube, TikTok, and Threads. This is another episode on reading. And is America far behind? Yes. Why is it? We just told you. So, yeah. All right. You can find me on Instagram at Joia A. Carter.
Ty P. Smith.
All right. We'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye.